Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Terin Jeroge, and if you're a returning subscriber, gosh, I owe you one. Like, I've not been consistent and everything, but God, just believe me now that I'm back. And I just sat down and thought, like, today is my birthday. Yes, I'm turning 27 years. God is so scary. I don't know. I've come to realize, like, at this point, I feel like from 25 going forward is like your panic years. Like, when you're in your early 20s, that is from 20 to 25, you feel like it's a bliss, like things are happening, nini. But now when you hit 25, now you're going, imagine someone will be referring to me and saying I'm in my late 20s. Gosh, I'm just a baby. Now there is a day I was passing by some kids who were playing, and then one of them said, "Wacheni mzazi apite." God, I couldn't believe it. So I thought of just coming here and reflecting of not even what I've learned about those 27 years, just a random conversation with myself here, and inviting you guys in so that we can have that random conversation about yani life too, and that's what I'm doing. So welcome. Let's talk about this 27 thing. Let's talk about how it has been. Yes, and if you've not subscribed, please subscribe. That will help this channel grow. Yes, and I know this year we were on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I know I'm part of to blame because I've not been posting, but here we are. You can subscribe if you've not, and let's get into it. So I'm turning 27 today. Obviously this was shot earlier, but tuna post leo 27. So first of all, you can just wish me a happy birthday. Yes, then we can get to it. And there's some things that have happened, and the first one I want to talk about is, like, I've been feeling like from 25 kwenda juu is your panic years. Like, you're panicking about everything. You're panicking about career. You're panicking about having children, if at all you want to have children. You're panicking about starting a family. You're panicking. Okay, maybe it's not for all of you guys out there, but for me, I've been feeling like a certain kind of panic, because maybe everyone out there is doing it. My age mates are starting families. My age mates are now settled in their careers. My age mates are, making big moves. And you feel like you're in panic mode. And one of the worst things I've realized with being in panic mode is, like, you are not able to do anything because you're already in panic. Like, you feel like you need to do everything, all of it at a go. Like, unataka everything to happen right now, right this minute, right now. So it even overwhelms you, and in return you don't do anything. Unakaa tu sasa because you're in panic mode. And I want to know about you guys out there, those who are in their, oh God, it's so hard to say it, those who are in your late 20s. Are you feeling the panic, or I'm just here alone feeling the panic, thinking like I should have figured the career out? I should have figured my life out. I should have figured what I want to do, and it's just a lot. I don't know how you guys are surviving, but let me just say it's the grace of God and just taking one day at a time. That's what I've been doing. When I feel that panic, I'll just say, like, at least I'm just working out, because I've been working out and it has been doing me good. And I'll just say, at least I'm going to work. The current job that I have, at least I'm going, because it's the small things. When you get into that panic mode, I would advise just do that thing. That is one day at a time. Yes. So when you're doing that one day at a time, just know, like, there is no sequence of doing things. Like, I don't know, like, you feel like you're supposed to follow certain steps. Like, you're supposed to figure your career out by starting to have that job that you went to school for, or if you want to change your career, you should start with the very same thing you're thinking about. I've come to realize, like, life will throw things at you, things you do not expect, things you have never imagined yourself being in, and you will have to figure it out. Like in my previous video, I mentioned that I changed my department in my workplace, and let me tell you, that threw me off guard. Like sikuwa na expect naweza kuwa in such a position. Like, so it has taken a lot of grace to myself. It has taken a lot of affirming myself, telling myself you can do this, you're capable, you everything. And there's so many times you will feel like the imposter syndrome coming to you. Like you think, will you be able to do this? And you have to keep going. So let me tell you, there is no right, hakuna manual. There is no manual of how you're supposed to do things. Like this adulthood thing, I've come to realize, like no one has figured it out. Like even those people you're thinking like they have figured their life out, they have not. They're just doing what you're thinking. And let me tell you, the first thing your gut tells you to do, most probably inakwanga the right thing to do. So follow your gut, trust yourself, like you can be able to make a decision. And in that, I can say that, like in adulthood, you will come what am I saying? I'm saying you will have to make so many decisions. You know, when you're a child, when you're in school, when you're in campus, you don't have so many decisions to make. Like you're supposed to go to school, you're supposed to attend your classes, you're supposed to do your exams. But now umekuja huku nje, a million decisions are thrown onto you, and you're the only person who is supposed to make these decisions. Like that is something I've struggled with, and I have come now to accept, like maybe I'll make the right decision or the wrong decision. So the many decisions that come with your life as you grow up, I'm hoping that you will have the grace to make them. You can take some time. You will make wrong ones. You will regret some, and just give yourself the grace. Give yourself the grace. This adulthood thing, nakwambia, like just give yourself the grace. Forgive yourself as many times as you want to forgive yourself. The next thing is, I've come to realize, like somehow there are no shortcuts. There are no shortcuts, especially to kuomoka. Guys, you can't believe it. Even myself today, siaminingi. Imagine I was conned. Guy, I was conned 25,000 from a random stranger, someone I don't know. Up to today, like nakanga hivo, and I'm like, how did that happen? Because they had promised a certain shortcut to make some money, so they were doing some supply business, and they came to me. Imagine we met in a matatu. Guys, I'll give you that story one day. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is that hakuna shortcut. Okay, you can have the shortcut, but it will not last long. Haitaenda mbali sana. So sometimes you just have to be patient. Like nilikuwa nimeona myself nimeomoka and everything, but guys, I was washed clean. Zilienda tu hivyo. No way to recover it, and I'm still recovering. Sometimes I just think about it, I get so mad, very mad. Actually, that time when I was conned, singeongea about it because I was feeling like crying all through. But guys, I just know when the deal is too good out here, especially a deal to get money, think twice, think thrice, take your time to think. Because come to think of it, I think I didn't take my time to think through the process they were giving me, and I committed my money very fast, and that's how I was conned. So there can be, I don't think there are shortcuts. You guys tell me. This is by no chance, this is not advice. This is just me randomly coming to tell you guys things that I have learned in those 27 years. I have my list here so that not to forget. The other way is comparison. Comparison will kill you out here, especially in this day and age of social media. Manze itakumaliza. It will kill you if you take everything you see online at the face value. Let me tell you, people are going through a lot behind the scenes. You will see, like in this year, I've seen so many people post their cars and saying my baby, and you don't know how they got that car, and it gets you so thinking, oh my God, I'm lagging behind. So what I will tell you, able stop that comparison thing. Don't compare yourself with anyone out here. You don't know their story. You don't know where they are getting that money from. You don't know. We will be posting out here couple goals, seeing those cute pictures, but guys, you don't know behind the scenes. So don't compare yourself. Don't compare your journey with anyone else. You are the only person who understands your journey. You're the only person who is fully in that journey, and you know when you're making moves, you know at which pace you're moving with. So achana na sisi huku nje, just leave us alone. You don't know what is happening in our lives. You don't know what is out here that we are not telling you. So guys, just don't compare yourself. Another one, this is a difficult one for me, but I've come to realize as you grow up, as you become an adult, you have to deal with family logically. Logically, not emotionally. Because, guys, family dynamics can be different for everyone, but you have now to make decisions on how to deal with family, especially on matters to do with money, on matters to do with your boundaries. You have now to treat your family sometimes as people. You treat a family member like a person, like the way you would treat another person, because now you have to logically deal with issues, not to overstretch yourself, not to commit to things that you cannot deliver to your family. Because I have people who you're giving like almost the full of your salary to your family. Why? Because they will give you the car that they brought you up? No, like now you have to deal with your family logically. Treat issues with logic, not emotions, not using the card of your family and family is everything. I'm coming to disagree with family is everything. Family is something good. I can agree. Family is something good, but family is not everything. We have people who have been done so things that we can't even mention by family members. So it's time to start dealing with family logically. Like treat every person logically. Like you're giving me this is the deal, and I can only offer this, or I can just do this. Like it's a bitter pill that I have come to swallow. Like sometimes you just have to treat family like people and treat them like other people. Yes. Another thing I would like to say is you will eventually figure it out. Don't worry. Like sometimes I've talked of panic, I've talked of there is no shortcuts, that I've talked about comparison, I've talked about so many things, but trust you me, eventually we will come to figure it out. I don't know how, I don't know the way or how we will figure it out, but take one day at a time. Rome was not built in a day. So we're one day at a time, and eventually we'll come to figure it out. And this is something that has been on my mind lately, is about purpose. You see, when you talk about purpose, we think it's a wholesome thing. It's a thing that will be given to you, and you told Terry, your purpose is to help children in children's home. And you think that itakuja tu siku moja, but there is something I read in a book, in a devotional book, and it was like sometimes purpose is just one thing you have to do at a certain season. Maybe when I was working in a call center, maybe my purpose by then was just to help one customer over the call, and that is my purpose. Maybe the purpose that I am that is currently at hand is just to help my neighbor, and that is my purpose for this season. So purpose doesn't have to be that wholesome thing that is given to you and you realize, oh my God, this is my purpose. No, it can sometimes be just doing one thing at a time, and that is your purpose for that season. You move to the next season, you do another thing, and at the end of the day, if you're a Christian and if you're a believer, you will come to see it will all make sense. It will all make sense why you had to go through all those steps. But what I can tell all those people out there who are turning in their late 27, no, not 27, all people out there who you are in your late 20s, hold it together. We're doing this thing. We will pull through. Tuta pull through. Musijali. We got this thing. We will eventually figure it out. Wish me happy birthday, and guys, see you on the next one.